Christina died June of 2010, and it was clearly already in my father's mind that he wanted to do this because like the next day he started working with people to put this together. Christina, when she was 40 years old, was diagnosed with breast cancer. Christina had actually been living with breast cancer since she was a freshman in high school because that's when our mother was diagnosed. She was a yoga teacher at the time, and that yoga community was incredibly important to her. It really gave her a space to feel safe.
Christina was tough. She taught classes until the week before she died. And I remember her shuffling through a class that I took and standing over me and correcting me patiently, working with every one of her students. And she cared about every single person that was in that class, regardless of their ability, regardless of what they were going through. She wanted to help them be better.
The Christina Phipps Foundation is a 501c3 organization. It's a family foundation. We have two parts of our mission. The first part is to train yoga teachers to teach oncology yoga. And the second part is to help those teachers go out into their local community and teach yoga classes to the cancer community for free. We don't charge for the training and we don't charge for the classes.
While I was going through cancer treatment, I was already a yoga teacher, but I also was teaching professionally to special needs children. My principal saw a segment on our local news about Christina offering these free classes. I managed to find her. She offered me a use of her video that talked about breast cancer yoga, the different segments and how you could modify and adapt while somebody's going through recovery.
We partner often with a hospital. So we had our first training with Mayo Clinic in 2010, and we have had 14 years of training. It's a 2-day training. We start with training that is all by medical professionals. We have at least 2 doctors each time. They're in oncology and surgery are going to be the most important because surgery, as you can imagine, that's going to play that major role in the range of motion. We like to work with people that do radiation or chemo so we can learn about those effects so that yoga teachers can be prepared for that when their students come in. We have physical therapists.
The level of training that they receive really allows them to approach the best and most current research in the area. I mean, we get people who talk about the newest treatment modalities and the newest surgery techniques, teaches the instructors how to look for the most current research and apply that to a specific student.
The teachers love it. The teachers really get a lot out of it. I think they're surprised by what we can do. There's a lot of learning and expanding their practice. The students, once you start teaching it and you meet all these different students, you really see the growth.
Each teacher is given a case study of an actual patient, and they have to develop a training regimen that we then approve as if that person came in. And one of the things that they have to deal with is how to tailor the yoga regimen for that person.
Because maybe they can't lift their arm. We're only going to lift our arm halfway. So these are the modifications because we understand their limitations. We're learning from the medical field of what these people go through, the surgeries, the treatments, the medications that they sometimes have to take for years after that. So we're getting an understanding as a yoga teacher what types of muscles, what kind of limit of range of motion that they may have.
Oncology yoga is geared for the cancer community. You might have many students coming in that have different cancers, and so all the postures or all the normal yoga class activities would be modified.
The style of yoga was what Christina had developed in her own experience of having cancer and the chronic pain problems, the range of motion problems.
I would tell any yoga teacher, you know the tools, you have all of the knowledge in which to teach. We're just going to show you how to modify that with what we call our tools, our blocks, our straps, our blankets, our bolsters. And they find a community with one another. So I feel that that's a very important key to why it sticks together and they support one another.
We do play a role in the community to go to a community event, yoga in the park. We are always looking for volunteers. We would love to have people, of course, that have done the 200 hours of yoga training, but we also are looking for people to help us with social media, all different kinds of things of administration.
We have volunteers that help us with the training. We've had people serve entire Greek meals at our training. You know, we've had all kinds of different volunteers.
The Christina Phipps Foundation runs off donations. the training and the materials to the yoga instructors for free. So we have to ask the community, our supporters, anyone who is willing to make donations to us. We have a donation page on our website, different ways that we can accept donations. We have a donation page set up so that you can buy a swag for the Christina Phipps Foundation. This is a t-shirt that you can get at the website Bonfire, and when you do that, it gives a little donation directly to us.
On the website, you can find how to get trained or where to be able to take a class. All of our classes are listed there. We do have classes on YouTube. For those of you who are not in a place where there's a face-to-face class taught, we have classes in yoga studios and hospitals, and then we also have some Zoom yoga classes as well. Please visit ChristinaPhippsFoundation.com.